I caught my best friend secretly applying for my promotion at work. It was a normal workday, emails, coffee, meetings, the usual routine. Nothing felt off. But then I saw something I wasn't supposed to see. And just like that, everything changed. My hands actually went cold. I just sat there staring at my screen, trying to process what I was looking at. I wanted to believe it was a mistake, that there was some explanation. But deep down, I knew. I knew my best friend, the one person I trusted at work, had crossed a line she could never take back. I met Mia about 3 years ago when she joined the company. She was new to the city, nervous, and trying to figure everything out. I'd already been there a while, so I helped her settle in, showed her around, introduced her to people, even helped her with her first project. We just clicked. Lunch breaks, coffee runs, late nights finishing reports, it all became routine. Everyone at work knew we were close. If you saw one of us, the other wasn't far behind. Outside of work, we hung out too. Dinners, shopping, even movie nights at my place. My husband liked her. My coworkers liked her. Honestly, I thought of her more like a sister than just a friend. We talked about everything, family, money, goals, even our frustrations with work. So, when the topic of promotions came up, it was natural to share what was going on with me. I told her about the opening my boss hinted I'd be perfect for. She was excited for me, or at least, I thought she was. Looking back now, I can see little signs I ignored. Questions that felt too specific. Comments that didn't sit right. But at the time, I didn't think much of it. She was my best friend. Why would I ever think she'd do something to hurt me? About a month before everything went down, my manager, Karen, pulled me aside after a meeting. She told me they were opening up a senior coordinator position, someone to oversee our department projects and manage a small team. Then she said, "You've been doing most of this already, so you'll be the first person we consider." I remember going home that day so excited. It felt like all the late nights, the stress, and the times I held the department together were finally paying off. Of course, the first person I told was Mia. We were sitting in the break room, and I told her, smiling like an idiot, Karen basically said I'm getting the promotion. She smiled too, said, "Oh my God, that's amazing," and gave me a hug. She even joked about how she'd make me coffee once I became her boss. I laughed. She laughed. Everything felt normal. After that, she started asking me about the process, when it would be official, what kind of projects they'd review, what I thought the salary difference might be. I didn't think it was weird. She always asked questions. That's just how she was. If anything, I thought she was just excited for me. I had no idea those same questions were helping her prepare for something I didn't even know she was planning. It happened on a random Thursday afternoon. I was clearing my inbox when I saw an internal email from HR. The subject line said, "Interview schedule, senior coordinator role." Out of curiosity, I opened it. I didn't think much of it at first. I just wanted to see when my slot was. Then I saw the list of names. Mine was there. And right under it, Mia Thompson. For a second, I honestly thought it was a typo. I even refreshed the page like it would change. But no, her name was still there, plain as day. It hit me all at once. She hadn't just applied. She'd done it quietly, behind my back. After everything I'd told her, everything we'd shared, she went for the same job. I sat there staring at the screen for a long time. I felt sick. My stomach actually turned. She'd been asking about the process, the projects, the salary, not because she was happy for me, but because she was collecting information. That hurt the most. She knew how much I wanted that promotion. She knew what it meant to me. And she still went behind my back. I didn't even know what to say to her. Part of me wanted to confront her right then. Another part wanted to pretend I never saw it. But deep down, I already knew things between us would never be the same again. I didn't talk to her right away. For 2 days, I tried to act normal, but I couldn't even look at her without feeling angry. Finally, that Friday after work, I asked if we could talk. We went to one of the small meeting rooms, the kind with glass walls and no privacy, but it was empty. I closed the door and just said it. "I saw your name on the interview list." Her face froze. For a split second, she looked guilty, Then she laughed a little, like it was no big deal. "Oh, that," she said. "Yeah, I figured it wouldn't hurt to try. You know how these things are. Nothing's guaranteed." I just stared at her. "You knew I was applying. You knew they were considering me." She shrugged. "Yeah, but you don't own the promotion. I need to look out for myself, too." That hit me hard. She wasn't even sorry. I told her I would have supported her if she'd been honest. That she could have told me instead of sneaking around. She just said, "You're overreacting. It's just work." That's when I realized the friendship was over. Not because she applied, but because she didn't care what it did to me. I walked out of that room without saying another word. I didn't cry. I just felt empty. After that talk, everything between us changed. We still worked in the same office, sat a few desks apart, but we barely spoke. The silence was awkward at first, then it just became normal. She'd chat with other people like nothing happened, but with me, nothing. No good morning, no lunch invites, nothing. The interviews happened the next week. I went in, did my best, tried to stay focused. But honestly, my head wasn't in it. I kept thinking about how she'd been sitting in the same chair, saying who knows what about me. A few days later, the email came in. I didn't get the promotion. Neither did she. They gave it to someone from another department, someone who hadn't been part of all that drama. When I saw her after the announcement, she looked at me, then just turned away. No words. After that, we were basically strangers. I stopped trying to fix it. I just went back to doing my job, keeping my head down, and staying out of anything that wasn't my business. I guess that's what betrayal does. It doesn't just break trust, it changes how you see people forever. That's it for today's story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more daily threads, and drop a comment to let me know your thoughts. See you in the next one.